Potstickers have redefined the dumpling craze. Its popularity may be because of the crispy bottoms. These dumplings were born in the dumpling capital, China. Potstickers can be found all over the world. But what if I told you the origins of this dumpling was all due to a mistake? This legendary story traces all the way back to the Song Dynasty in China. A Chinese chef was cooking dumplings for the Chinese imperial court. He walked away from a pot of boiling dumplings and all the water evaporated. When the chef returned, his dumplings stuck to the pot. With no time to prepare a new batch, he served his burnt bottoms and told the officials, "It's my new creation." The imperial court loved it due to the contrast of taste and texture. And that is the birth of the potsticker. The word potstickers comes from the Chinese word guo tie. Guo means pot and tie is stick. Guo tie translates into potstickers. Guo tie is made with a dough that uses a combination of hot water and cold water. The hot water creates a nice chewy texture, or what Chinese call QQ. To begin the dough recipe, I have weighed about 250 grams of all-purpose flour into a bowl, and adding about 5 grams of salt. I mix the dry ingredients until adding in my hot water. This dough recipe requires a total of 130 grams of water, 70 grams of hot water, and 60 grams of cold water, or a breakdown of 52% of your flour weight. Essentially, this comes out to be a 2-to-1 ratio. Depending on how big your potstickers are, this recipe makes about 20 to 30 potstickers. Once all the water was absorbed, I kneaded the dough until all the dry bits had been collected. Usually your eyes will want to add more water, but I find there is no need to. All you need to do is knead the dough for about 5 minutes. My dough became a rough ball, and at this point I rested the dough for 10 minutes. After the dough has rested for about 10 minutes, I kneaded until the dough was smooth and elastic. Next, I allowed the dough to rest for an additional 30 minutes. While my dough was resting, I started on my filling. The filling was nothing fancy, but from my previous video. If you would like to see the ingredients, you may check it out here. I wanted to change it up a little bit by adding a pop of color, sweetness, and texture. So I have corn. I mixed it in and voila, my filling was made. Like all my dumpling doughs, I portioned out the dough into one long snake and divided into 2 little snakes. I then cut each snake into about 15-gram discs, smashed each disc, and smashed some more. After that, I floured the little guys and got to rolling. I noticed a trick with rolling out dumpling wrappers is using enough flour. The flour helps with the rolling and prevents any sticking to your surface. Once that was done, I have about 20 to 25 wrappers. I love this dumpling because of how easy it was to pleat. Honestly, this shaved off maybe 20 to 25 minutes or so of work. The pleating only requires a little or a lot of filling in the middle. You fold it like a taco and press with your fingers like so. If the wrapper doesn't stick, you can add water to the edges of the wrapper. To cook this dumpling, it's pretty simple. You use a medium to low heat, and I find using a non-stick pan is best for me. Lightly fry the bottoms for about 1 to 2 minutes, and then I poured in a water mixture that had a little bit of cornstarch. I placed a lid on top and allowed the potstickers to steam, or until the water has evaporated. Once all the water has been evaporated, I removed the lid and allowed the bottoms to get a nice crisp bottom. I removed my dumplings from the pan and bam! Golden brown on the bottom and plump on the top. The dumplings have a nice chewy texture and crispy bottom. The filling was sweet and had a nice texture from the corn. This dumpling came out pretty well, and I recommend it to all dumpling enthusiasts. This has been Jonathan at Let's Try Kitchen, and if you have enjoyed today's episode, feel free to like, comment, and even subscribe. And as always, if you have messed up in the kitchen, you can always begin again.